Hey, good afternoon. 27 minutes past 2 right here on U105. It's Carolyn looking after things until 3. Now, Halloween tomorrow, it must be the busiest time of the year for our next guest. Ghost hunter Gary Waters, or paranormal researcher. Is that the better title for you, Gary?
Yes, you could call us many things, but basically what we are is I would be a paranormal researcher.
What does that involve?
It researches all things paranormal, but mainly what we do, research would be into the spirit world of ghosts and things like that there.
Okay, and I suppose around about Halloween, everybody wants you to come and check out their place?
Not really. We're busy all time of year, but Halloween, of course, was Old Halloween, where it's believed that spirits are most active during this time of year. But for us, Halloween, we're busy every time. It's Halloween to us every day of the week.
Right.
So it is.
Well, how did you get into it?
Well, I got into it when I was about 10 or 11 years of age. The house that I lived in, it was a huge house. It had 6 bedrooms. It was quite a big mansion, and there was one particular night that me and my brother, we used to sleep up in the top room at the front of the house. And I remember it was getting bright. It was about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I heard what sounded like an old woman whisper in my ear. So I automatically thought this was
Immediately, I would just freak out. How do you embrace that?
Well, it's hard to embrace it when you're such a young age. You don't know what's going on, you know. But I actually thought it was my brother carrying on, so I didn't sort of focus my eyes, and I seen my brother lying sleeping in bed. So then I realised there was something unreal going on. So it actually frightened me to the point where my parents woke up the next morning. I was lying sleeping under the bed. So that's where it all started off from.
All right. So, well, how did you get to the point where, I mean, why aren't you frightened of it? At what point, at what age did you think, well, these things are happening and I can see them or hear them, and I want to be part of it as opposed to run away from it?
Well, I still get frightened. I mean, it's a natural element. Everyone's born with this inner system. To this day, I still get frightened. But for us anyway, it's just such a fascinating subject, to the point where we go into houses, we're there to help families that believe they're experiencing paranormal phenomena.
And what do you feel? I mean, when you come in, the people say this building's haunted. Did you feel anything when you come in here?
Not really, no. I'm not a medium myself. We do more of the research and we collect evidence, and we're there to show the clients the evidence that we've captured.
Right, okay. Well, let me look at some of the places. So you may have heard me mention these. These are some of the most haunted places apparently in Northern Ireland.
Okay.
Like Criminal Road Jail. Have you been in there?
Yes, I have, yes.
What's happening up there?
Oh, well, we were there a couple of times. Nothing really happened apart from setting up a CCTV camera down in the lower tunnel leading into the courthouse. When I was down there, I did hear footsteps. Where it came from, I have no idea.
Right, so that's what about Grace Neil's and Donegal?
Grace Neil's, funny enough, we were there about 6 months ago. Grace Neil's, we had captured ghost voices on our voice recorders. Fascinating place, and it's the oldest pub in Ireland as well.
Yeah.
So
whenever you say you captured ghost voices, I mean, is it clear that it's...
Not
or is it just
really.
like noises where you think, well, that could be...
Yes, 99% of the time it could be natural interference. The other 1% is what we're looking for, is that there's a possibility it could be a ghost.
Right.
Speaking on
what about Smithfield? Have you been down there?
Smithfield, no, we haven't been
It's
there.
very much, there's all sorts of ghosts kicking about there. The Crime Bar, these are just some of the ones that came up when we were talking about it last week.
Yep, we've investigated there, and we've also captured ghost voices in there also.
Right, oh my god. Well, what about Ballygally Castle? It's apparently one of them.
We were in Ballygally, I think it was about 2 years ago. We were up in the upper tower where the lady is supposed to haunt. We were doing a seance, and we actually heard a disembodied voice of a woman's cry. There again, we don't know where it came from, but it actually did sound like a woman's cry, so it was quite frightening to hear.
So whenever you go along to these places, Gary, like I say, probably generally people would be frightened and they'd run away. Do you get excited about the fact that...
I do.
Is it pulse racing stuff?
I do. I'm a sad person. I do actually get excited. A lot of people would be the stage where they get frightened, but I get an adrenaline rush to the point you just want to get that bit more evidence.
What about your family? How are they? Because you've got kids and all. Are they not like, Dad?
Yeah, they do. The kids, my 2 daughters, they think it's fascinating. My wife, she's in part of the team Ghost Searchers Ireland as well, and we research all over Ireland.
Right, okay. Well, what's the most fascinating thing that you've ever found? There's people listening here going, that man is full of it. I mean, you do know, you must get that all the time.
Well, we do, but we're there to help families basically. We've got a website and we get contact. We would probably do about maybe 12 private cases a year where they're experiencing paranormal phenomena. We would go in, listen to what the client has to say, do a thorough investigation and come back with possible evidence that we might have caught.
Like what? Like apart from the voices, but that might not be. That might be
No.
an oil, or it might anything like real concrete stuff where you can go. That is dead. Look, there's the ghost. Look at the picture.
Yeah. Well, there was a private case we had done there recently. It was actually in Newton Ours, a friend of ours. We were called in. There was a young family, and we were downstairs and we noticed all the lights were off in the house. And we were standing in the living room and we noticed the lights were switched on in the hallway. So we went out, called upstairs, there was nobody there. So we thought maybe was there a timer on, light switch on, so I had grabbed my camcorder. I went upstairs with two other investigators, and just up the top of the stairs I turned around and we'd captured what looks like an apparition of a woman from the waist up walk across the floor. Now we didn't actually see it at the time, but we'd done an analysis review about a week later. We'd captured it.
You actually have that on video?
Yes, we have. We have
that
on video.
Oh my goodness! Gary, you give me the creeps. That's unbelievable.
Well, I mean, stuff like this, you could sit for hours and hours, hundreds of hours, capture nothing, but to capture that one thing just makes it all worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, because everybody wants proof. I mean, everybody's like, yeah, okay, you said you heard this, you saw this, show me. And then we're all like that, you know. I suppose once you put that onto your website, then everybody's like, oh my God, this guy actually did capture something.
Yeah, that's it. Well, all the footage that we have is on our website. If wants to go on and check it out, it's definitely there to see.
But it is easy for the mind to play tricks on, you know.
Very
if you're there to search for something, and you know, you really want to see something, like you're saying, you get the adrenaline rush, the pulse racing, you really want to find something. It's easy for your mind to tell you that you've seen or heard something. How do you distinguish between what you think and what you know? Well,
when you're sitting there, you can rationalise what is going on and what isn't, because you go up there, you're sitting there for 7-8 hours in a dark room and nothing happens. And you do walk around the house, you do your baselines, you check for high EMF. And if you hear something strange, we can actually hear it through amplified recorders. You can hear possible spirit voices, whatever. But we're not there to scare people. You know, we'll go in and we'll try to capture paranormal evidence if we can.
Yeah.
Not every house is haunted.
Yeah. So whenever you go in, and some people want their house to be haunted. Some people want
to
say,
they do.
There's definitely something in there.
Yeah.
Have you gone in and went, look, we've tried it?
We have. Where it's like the way it's very, very unpredictable. You could go in, you could do maybe 5 or 6 cases and get nothing. And if we don't find anything, we'll go to the client and we'll say, look, we've done a thorough investigation here, and unfortunately at this time we didn't find anything. Doesn't mean to say the house isn't haunted.
Yes, but just at that time we didn't find anything at that time. Well, nothing seems to have really freaked you out. You seem to be pretty cool about it. I mean, is there they're not all good ghosts out there. Are there anything that you've come across that's been quite nasty?
What is a ghost? I mean, they were all human once, you know. When they pass over, I believe, when they pass into the spirit world, you take that personality with you. There's one particular case that we were down in a castle down in the south of Ireland where I actually got scratched, and I couldn't explain it at the time, but you can actually get physically hurt by spirits as well.
Goodness. You've heard of other people it's happened to?
Yes, I have, and I've actually seen it happen.
But that's for a different day, because we'll be here all day talking about that. But what I was going to ask about, you know how people have pictures and they say, what is that in the background? And, you know, and your mind works over time. You go, that's definitely a ghost. And there was nobody in that room. And yet, have you seen that where someone's taken a picture? Because I'm sure loads of our listeners would have pictures where they've gone, who's that in the background? There's nobody else there.
That could be down to the fact that you walk outside and you'd see a cloud in the sky and you can see a picture of Elvis Presley. Same again, 99% of it is natural. You get a lot of things called orbs. It's supposed to be an early manifestation of a spirit, which is a perfect circle, but it's usually dust, moisture. It's very explainable.
But it can happen.
It could happen. Yeah. The point is now, where everyone, when you see a picture, there is a possibility it could be a picture of a real ghost. But everybody is turning around and saying, oh, that's not a ghost, that's Photoshop or whatever.
Yes.
So there's a possibility there is actually a genuine photograph out there that has been overlooked.
Well, is it not possible then also to say that your video wasn't actually the woman that you thought you captured? Is it possible that was doctored?
We know that we captured it. It's up to the people that see it, whether they believe it or not.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, no problem. Gary, listen, good luck. It's lovely to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
I was looking at all the different songs that we could play for our Ghost Hunter. I thought a Johnny Cash song would be good for Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Yeah, Johnny Cash. That's another story. So it is for Johnny Cash.
Thanks a lot, Gary.
Thank
good
you
luck.
very much.
Have a good day.
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Upon a ridge he ran. rested as he went along.